Hey, what's up, citizens? This is President Vochelli with another team-building episode for Pokemon. Of course, it's going to be on Pokemon Showdown because it's very hard to show it on my 3DS when I can't manipulate things in real time and when I can't actually record anything off my 3DS. So Showdown will have to do. But let's see. So what the kind of team I'm wanting to make now is, of course, going to be for focused around the new ORAS Mega Evolutions. And the one I've been wanting to use the most is Mega Sableye, which is just so neat. Oh my god, it's... I've been using this thing in the Battle Maison, and it takes a long time to actually win matches, but you will always win them. Because Mega Sableye is just... It does not kid around. And, well, I don't want Sableye Mega, I want a regular Sableye who will hold the Mega Stone. Yes, that is what I want. So, get Sable Knight. It's... I don't know, something about the Mega Stone for it seems a bit off. The addition of the N, I don't know where that came from. Anyways, of course this thing is going to have Prankster, because Mega Sableye, its power doesn't necessarily come from the Mega Evolution itself. It comes from being able to use both Prankster Sableye and Mega Sableye when you need to. So, let's just to give you an idea here. For those of you who may not know about how these two differ. Well, Sableye, at first glance, its stats seem like complete poo. I mean, look, nothing over 100. How can you use this thing? Well, it's all about Prankster. And the thing is, you can invest in its defenses. You always put 252 in HP. Make it as thick as possible. Make it a huge pie to take away from in terms of damage. And then you can either invest in defense or special defense. You can go either. What I like to do for a Mega Sableye is to invest it all in defense. A little bit in special defense there. Definitely want defense up, and you don't need speed, so I decrease that. And how Mega Sableye operates is you don't Mega Evolve it first. You instead use Prankster to get off Will-O-Wisps against physical targets, make you even more defensively bulky. If you happen to be facing a special attacker, you can get a priority Calm Mind to increase your special defenses. And this is especially important for setting up to make a Sableye, give it more staying power. And of course, you also need Recover. Which, Prankster Recover is an absolute godsend. Sableye happens to take some damage, no problem. You can heal your HP without any fear of something going before you. Unless it also has a priority move, in which case, yeah, that's bad. But, anyway, so Mega Sableye, naturally defensively bulky, can become even more defensively bulky if you neuter your physical attackers with Will-O-Wisp, and then you can become more specially defensive with Calm Mind. And Sableye, just like this, is quite viable. And of course, the special attack boost from Calm Mind also makes Dark Pulse quite a viable option. But then, just at the right time, after you've set up or in the right situation, you can Mega Evolve into this thing, whose defenses then become really, really dang good. Defense is 125, special defense 115. Let's see, special attack, also gets a buff, so it hits a little teeny bit harder. But when you finally evolve to your final state, after you neutered the physical attackers, you set up a few Calm Minds, you can get this, and you will just be an impenetrable wall. It also gets Magic Bound, so if someone tries to Toxic you, Will-O-Wisp you, set up Stealth Rocks, you just say no. You Mega Evolve, and then you just be like Kirby and send it right back at them. Yeah. So now not only is Mega Sableye really good because it's versatile with its pre-Mega, but you can also fool people into thinking, oh, it's just a regular Sableye set, and the real Mega is waiting in the wings. In which case, my trap is going to be Salamence. Because if you give the threat, you're going to be using a Mega Salamence, people are going to freak the heck out. Because if Mega Salamence sets up, it's game over. Game over. I mean, of course, why don't I then just use Mega Salamence? Because I like to be creative, and I'm much better with defensive Pokemon than pure offense. So let's see. I'm not going to do Moxie Salamence, even though this is going to be a setup set with Dragon Dance, because how this team is eventually going to pan out. I've already thought about this. What I want to put on it. It lacks a little bit in defense, and by having Intimidate, Salamence can be a quasi-defensive Pokemon. I mean, a defense is only 80, but Intimidate, you're good to go. You can just switch in on Physical Attacker, cut their attack, and then proceed to set up when your opponent can't really damage you. It's a great feeling. Now, I like to run Dragon Claw because Salamence is already huge on attack at 135. So getting a move like Outrage, I think is a bit overkill, and plus it locks you into it, which I hate that. Especially now that you have fairies on the loose. Let's see. Of course, I'll also get Earthquake, just a nice, powerful complementary move. Hits steel types that would otherwise resist the Dragon Claw. And going to be doing a classic Salamence set with the surprise Fire Blast in the wings, because its special attack is 110, which is not bad. But let's see. But anyways, its attack is definitely going to be invested in the most. Next off speed. And then, have to throw that into defense. Why not? Now, what do I want to decrease? Oh, crud. Okay, this is a good question here. Should I decrease defense or special defense? I want to set up on defensive Pokemon, so I want to make it physically bulky. Survive the hit, then set up, and then go to town. So it's going to be a naughty Salamence. Yep, and of course, finally just its item, Packing the Lumberry, because burns on a setup physical sweeper is just terrible. So you want the Lumberry. Give you the second chance. Always good. So then I was needing to develop a bit more of a defensive core. I got Sableye as the dedicated defensive Pokemon, and Salamence is like a quasi-defensive Pokemon. So what about a specially defensive Pokemon? Well, I love running specially defensive Trevenant with Harvest and Citrus Berry. Of course, Sableye acts as kind of both defensive and specially defensive. But anyways, so the Trevenant set I usually run is here. Let's do its stats first. Let's see. I invest fully in HP, and then special defense. Plus special defense minus special attack, because it's not going to need it. Yep. Then I use Horn Leech because recovery, physical recovery move, always good. Will-O-Wisp because it's dedicated to special defense, but if you get a physical attacker in there, well, guess what? You just neutered it with Will-O-Wisp. Let's see. Of course, Leech Seed for even more recovery, and Protect to stall for more Leech Seed recovery, and for the harvest on your Citrus Berry. Let's see, a classic set. I think many people use this. But yeah, I just love Trevenant. I absolutely adore it. It is my favorite Pokemon, especially the shiny version. In which case, yeah, in my actual ORAS game, I do have a shiny Sableye and a shiny Trevenant, so I am very happy about that. Okay, let's see. So we kind of have a interesting defensive core here. Sableye just good to set up defensively. Salamence, Intimidate, and Trevenant, naturally specially defensive, and then Will-O-Wisp to get physical attackers down. So, what about some dedicated attackers? We already have the Salamence, but I was also going for the Greninja, which I also have a shiny of. So, yay! Let's see, item, Life Orb. Protean, of course. And let's see. I actually participated in a Twitter giveaway where someone was giving away shiny Greninjas, and they were doing something very interesting with them. They were making them mixed attackers. Now, okay. I must be in the wrong tier. Yeah. This still must be dedicated to X and Y. But oh well. But yes, in ORAS, Greninja can be move tutored to learn Gunk Shot, which is a ridiculous poison type move that does 120 base damage. So, yeah, and also getting stabbed from Greninja's Protean, that hits hard. Now, this Greninja also had Low Sweep, I guess another move tutor move, Ice Beam, and Dark Pulse. Because you'll see how the stats line out. You had full investment in attack, and of course full investment in speed. You make it a timid nature. Say decrease its defense. So I got a hasty Greninja. That is a very bad character quality for a ninja, by the way. You don't want to be hasty when you're supposed to be stealthy and patient. Anyways, so as you can see, with fully invested attack, it stands at a final 289, but its special attack is very close at 242. So a mixed Greninja set is quite possible, and the thing is, no one is going to expect it. Be like, oh, it's a dedicated physical Greninja, or oh, it's a dedicated special Greninja. Then they bring in their counter to it, and like, nope! Let's say, Low Sweep might seem like a weird choice, but, well, there's tons of huge, bulky Pokemon that will be destroyed by this, like, Tyranitar, the new Mega Steelix, and yeah. So, what else did I have on that team? That's actually a very good question, because I've kind of forgotten. That's right, now I had a dedicated special attacker, which also acts as a secondary special defender, and that is Dragalge. Oh, this thing is disgusting because it now has access to adaptability, which the stab bonus it gets from same type attack moves is 2 times. So it is doing double the damage just for using Draco Meteor or Sludge Wave, which are naturally high base power, which, and of course you just slap some choice specs on there, and not only is it stylish like a hipster, but it will hit even harder. So, of course, you want to be rocking the Draco Meteor, which with adaptability and choice specs, I believe it hits just a sliver under the power of a White Kyurem choice specs, which is absolutely ridiculous. Let's see, you also want to be running Sludge Wave. And for some nice coverage moves, let's see, Focus Blast. Because Focus Blast will always get you out of tough situations. Unless it misses, which about 9 times out of 10 it will, because 70% accuracy, that's of course what it means. It will miss 90% of the time. If it's not going to miss 30% of the time, it's going to miss 90%. That's how probability works. Come on. Alright, make this thing bulky. No, not specially defensive bulky. It's a special tank. Because its special defense rests at a natural 123, which is very good. That is ridiculously good. Let's see, and make it modest. An extra 4 in special defense. Okay. Okay, so I know there's a last Pokemon I had in mind for this team, but I can't for the life of me remember it right now. So let me just start from square one, or square 6, square 5, whatever. All right, so I have my defensive, specially defensive core in Trevenant and Dragalge, a kind of pseudo defensive core with Sableye and Salamence. Okay, what I need then? I'm thinking like a Choice Scarfer. Yeah, definitely need a Choice Scarfer. But who will that Choice Scarfer be? Let's see, Greninja is a physical attacker, Trevenant, Salamence. Okay, so probably a Choice Special Attacker. Oh, no. Now I remember what I wanted to do. Well, with Sableye, I do predict I'm going to get a lot of switches. So I was thinking, you know what I need? I need some Stealth Rocks. But I just couldn't think of a really good Stealth Rock like fit for the team. You know, because I needed the Stealth Rock to also be a good attacker, or else I was going to have a bunch of slow butt Pokemon. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try out Mamoswine. Of course, get the thick fat on it. And yes, this thing I have as a Choice Scarfer. Not only that, it is a Stealth Rock laying Choice Scarfer. I know, that is some weird stuff. But do I use Icicle Crash or Icicle Spear? No, I definitely Crash. Then Ice Shard. You know, the thing is, Choice Scarfers are incredibly important on teams nowadays because, well, pretty much every team's going to have one. You know, just as that guarantee that you're going to outspeed something. And why I like running Choice Scarf on a Mamoswine is that I've just had terrible luck with its, with it being able to survive a hit. Let's see, definitely make it adamant. Like, even with Thick Fat, like, water type, single water type, single fire type move, it just takes me out. You know, and I have it perfect IVs too. So, you know, that's not the problem. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna make sure then it hits hard and fast with that base attack of 130. So invest that in special defense because, you know, why the hell not? Yep. So yeah, Mamoswine then can act as a good lead. You can lay your Stealth Rocks, switch out, go to something else, and then when need be, then you can surprise your opponent because, you know, if you lay Stealth Rocks, they're like, okay, it's not choiced. It's not choice. It's probably running a Life Orb, probably running a Focus Sash. But no, then you bring it in, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna outspeed it and kill it. Must be death fodder. Nope. No, instead, this thing is a mammoth that had freaking rocket boosters attached to its back, and go like, phew! Just going to shank you with those big tusks of it. With that Choice Scarf, just a stylish Choice Scarf around its. Well, looking at it, it really doesn't have a neck. A Choice Scarf around one of its tusks. That's probably the best place. Maybe two of them for symmetry. Anyways, so yeah, here is just to quickly go over how the team's looking again. Defensive potential with Sableye and Salamence. Special defensive potential with Trevenant and Dragalge. And my dedicated attackers will be Salamence, Greninja, Dragalge, and Mamoswine. So all these Pokemons can kind of fill different roles, which is absolutely excellent. And finally, just to name it again, state it again. That's it, not name, state. Salamence and Sableye are going on the same team so that I can fool people, haha, who the man, into thinking I'm running the Mega Salamence, when in fact I am running Mega Sableye. Let's see, and yeah, I have all my shinies accounted for. Let's see, I'll nickname them later on when I actually do matches with this team. But hey, this is just this is actually my first team I ever made in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, like the actual game. So I'm definitely wanting to test this out, either on Showdown or in Wi-Fi battles. So hey, if you actually want to battle me, you can look in the description below for my Facebook page and my Twitter account, and you can send me messages on either one. You can feel free to do it anytime, any place. May not get back to you right away, may not be able to battle that day, but I will definitely try to get around to it. Because I love battling. But I like battling people in more controlled settings, not just random people who will probably be absolute trolls and haters. So, yeah, you can also follow me on that Facebook and Twitter to stay updated on my other videos, and subscribe to this channel to do the same thing. Also, give this video a like if you liked it, because that is just the logical thing to do. And then, share this video with others, because, you can share tips with your other Poke battlers. Also, it would help get more battlers coming to me, spread more battles around, and of course also increase my viewer base, which would be very much appreciated. So hey, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you learned something, and this has been President Vochelli, signing off.